the Snorkel Your ATV snorkel kit for the 2021 Polaris Ranger, with the red decals, of course, for the Warrior risers. So yeah, man, we're gonna get into installing this and run down through the process. Stay tuned. All right, first things first, we remove the seat so it's not in the way flopping around. We're gonna pull this seat belt back because we have to remove the back seat. We have a couple tabs we got to grind down on the back of the seat. All right, to remove the back seat, we have to come back here and remove this back panel to get to some bolts. This is the solid bench seat, not just the separate center console. So we had to remove all these push pins and pop this out so we can get to these T-screws to remove that back seat. Now that we got those T-bolts removed, and you have one little clamp that hooks here, the back seat is removed. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 T-screws in the back to remove that seat. Now that that back seat's removed, we got to remove these 3 factory snorkel parts, which will be this tube here. The boot stays over there. So we got to move that tube, 2 clamps and 2 T-screws. We got to remove this snorkel piece from the factory, and we got to remove this little small snorkel piece. First two pretty easy to remove. Just loosen your clamp screw there, take that off your belt box, and you just kind of force that back through the hole. Put some on it and just pull her out. Fix and do away with that crap. On to the next one. And get rid of that junk. On to the next one. And for the third and final piece to remove from the factory, we're going to loosen that metal strap clamp. 1 T, 1 T, 1 T screw there, and another clamp here. Loosen those. Pull that loose. And pull that out. Not sure that was supposed to come out, but it's out. And get rid of that junk. On to the next step. Next step is to trim off these 2 big pieces here, whether you have the 1-piece bench back or the separate piece in the center. These 2 pieces have to come out because this snorkel kit runs up through the center, behind this seat, and from the inside of the cab. So we're going to trim both of these off. Next, we're going to take our 3x2 rubber boot and install it on the belt box outlet. Before we do that, it doesn't call for it, but I'm going to put some silicone in here and some around that. Make sure it's good and watertight. Next step, we're going to take this 2-inch coupler. We're going to go in the house. We're going to boil this in some hot water to make it a little more pliable and easier to go around this fitting on your air filter box. Of course, we will put silicone on the inside and on the outside of that connector when we slide that on. We'll also take off this rubber boot, clean it, silicone it, put this boot back on, press that nipple in, take this cap, silicone inside, silicone around this, and that will cap off your bottom hole to your air filter box, which will make it watertight. Let's do that now. Put some silicone in there. You taking no chances, baby. This should make it easier to slide on. Boy, it's really tight. There we go. Yes, sir. All right, now you drill your holes. This is a 2.5 inch hole. How to measure and drill 2 holes. The area behind the driver's seat next to the ECM for the upper hole near the driver's side, hook the side of the tape measure to this lip, measure over 1 1/4, then hook to the bottom of the tape to the lip, measure up 2 7/8, and then drill a 2.5 inch hole. For the center hole, hook the measuring tape on the same lip, measure over 3 7/8, then hook the same to the bottom lip, measure up 1 3/8, and then drill a 2.5 inch hole with the hole saw bit. That's done. On to the next step. Next step, inlet part, and this is the pipe with the only pipe with the just a regular 90. And that will go into your factory CVT snorkel from the inside, the short one. And of course we're going to put some silicone on that and then tighten her down. Next, for your second snorkel pipe, you're going to take one of these hard 90s. It's got the curve in it. It'll go center like this one. And you'll have this piece that's in the kit. It's a straight down 90 with the little turn down piece here. Now, it doesn't look like it, but this feeds in real deep. So of course we're gonna silicone this, tighten the clamp down, silicone around that one, and silicone around that one. I just got it dry fitted right now just to show you how it goes. So I'm gonna do that now, tighten her down, move to the next step. Alright, your last pipe to install, same one with the curved with the 90 in, and your only other long connection piece left in the kit is this one. It's got that little S-curve deal, but she's in there. All pipes installed. Silicone those on the outside. If I ever need to take them loose, it'll be a hell of a lot easier to get apart. Now, hopefully I'll never have a major issue where I have to get these apart, because I might have to cut them because there's silicone on the inside. But that's worst case scenario. Those can always be cut off and re-PVC'd with the new 90s if need be. But as of right now, we have all 3 snorkel tubes ran. All right, now we're moving on to the vent lines. Our first vent line is right here to the back of the bed of the Ranger, right here by this shock. It will have this, looks like a cap, but it's not. You can see the vent holes in it. And I haven't been that deep, but of course I've had some mud and stuff splashed up in it. So I snipped this off. We're gonna put a white barb fitting inside that. And then we're gonna run our vent line that came in the kit. We're gonna run it up into the riser. So let's get to that now. All right, now we got all the vent lines ran. There's the rear differential. Goes in through here, and then we'll go up to the riser. Those will be spun around. And we got our front differential, which is right here. It was just connected to the top of the frame, pulled it down, tubed it together, ran it down the inside with the rest of the wiring harness, come out through here, around the battery, and back up through here. So we got one for each snorkel riser, and then the gasoline vent line, super easy. It was already ran towards the back here, so it was actually connected right up under here. So pulled it loose, tied it in here, and drilled a hole, come up through there, and that will be ran up into that riser when it's spun around. So now we got all our vent lines put together, ran. We're going to cut this hole in the back of this windshield as best we can. So let's get right to it. So I'm gonna get my seats and everything back buttoned up, get everything cleaned up. All right, got the seats, everything put back in. Left my vent lines out so I can run them, but I'm gonna take the risers off, take them in the house, clean them up, and go ahead and put my red decals on the risers to match everything else. And I got some extra vent line here that I'm just gonna put in the extra line just to make it look good and symmetrical. And probably have to bust out the cut and do a little bit more on this side just to even that up, and then we'll put our weather stripping on there and make it look right. And we're back and we're finished. I got the decals on, Warrior riser. These came with the little red decals to put on it. And I just went to Home Depot and got me some pipe insulation. It's got the 3M sticky on each side, just to tighten it up and clean up the look a little bit. Rubber bands on my face plates. I got to get some Loctite and put them down. But yeah, see the red decal on the Warrior risers? Looks pretty good. So yeah, man, that's it. So now we are snorkeled out. Christine is ready to go a little deeper. Don't gotta worry about that no more. And I kind of like the fact that they're inside. It just, I don't know, this looks cleaner. Definitely looks cleaner from the outside. You don't have to cut into your bed and all of that stuff. So cutting into the windshield is not bad when we get our new windshield. If we get a new windshield, because I ride. We ride, we tear stuff up. So, but it looks pretty good, man. I'm happy with it. I'm glad to finally get her snorkeled.